Sure. Hello, everybody. So I wanted to make this video just a real quick one to show you how to access ALEKS and how to just go ahead and get through that initial knowledge check. Now, a couple things I want to reiterate. ALEKS is a crash course to review the intro to financial accounting work you've done. So it's going to do a lot of bringing you up to speed on things that you may or may not have seen within the recent past. Now, the very first part of this is an assessment check. And what Alex is going to do is just give you a battery of questions that tests your familiarity with concepts in the accounting cycle. Now, absolutely do not use notes or look up answers to these questions. Just take it honestly and use only the things you remember. Of course, you can use a calculator, whatever scratch paper you need. That's not my concern. Now, the concern with using notes is this is a diagnostic tool for the program to understand your strengths and weaknesses. If you're using notes, then you're not really giving it an accurate read on what your strengths and weaknesses are. And so it'll set up the course in a different way, thinking that you have more knowledge than you really do. And that's not going to get you ahead. It might sound like it's going to get you ahead because, like, oh, I'll have 60% of that course completed because it'll think I know a lot. The problem is, as you're working through the rest of that chunk of the course, it's going to give you additional quizzes every now and then, right? So every now and then it'll prompt you with some more questions. And if you start getting those wrong, it's going to take away your knowledge. So it won't be at 60% anymore, right? It'll start crumbling down. Alex, it can be a frustrating experience, but it ultimately is forcing you to learn the material in a way so that you should, hopefully, if you really master it and do well, have very little problems with the first exam, at least with respect to the topics Alex covers. So I'm going to just share my screen real quick, go to the course webpage in the student view. If so, we're on the page, we have the Alex content folder, click into that, it brings up this menu. The very first link will take you straight to the Alex page. The two documents that follow are just written Word documents explaining some of the things I'm talking about now. Definitely give those a look. Make sure that you understand what you're doing before you jump into it. So I would download that, read through. It's not even a page, this first one. This one might be 2 pages. But yeah, read the first page just to make sure you know exactly what you're being asked. But I'm going to go ahead and click into the Alex system, and then it loads me into the Alex interface, right? And if you've used Alex, then you might have a screen name. If not, then don't worry about it. And see, I'm not sure if I am. Yeah, so we'll just go with this preview user, blah blah blah. I agree, and then continue. It might actually, this might have been a mistake because I'm trying to get to a student view. Okay. Well, that seemed to be okay. All right. Enter my class. All right. So if you start getting all these things, now I can add a class. So the class code is something that we need to grab. And I need to put that on the page. And I got the class code, paste it in, continue. All right, it says I'm already enrolled in this class. I'm gonna have to go at it from a different view. So just going directly to our page and signing in with my account, I will enter the student mode. All right, so this is the teacher view version of this. And I'm gonna go so that Alex thinks I'm a student and enter. So then this is the interface that you'll see. You shouldn't need the code if you've already got the Bearcat bundle. You should just be able to log right in. And then there's a tutorial, right? So go ahead and do the tutorial. It's really simple and just asking you to do a few silly things, right? And lets you say, oh, that's a backspace. But basically, you'll figure out how to navigate the system. And if you don't want to do the tutorial, that's fine. It is kind of easy to figure out. You can skip by just hitting skip tutorial. And now it's telling me, right? Now it's getting me some of this basic information that I need for actually taking that quiz. The fiscal year is January 1st through the 31st, unless anything else is mentioned. So what that means is the company is going to report from on December 31st about all activities that happened since the prior January 1st. That's what a fiscal year is. It's just defining when the business year starts and when it ends. We use accrual basis unless Alex specifies cash basis accounting. We're going to talk a little bit about that in chapter one. It's one of the important concepts, the difference between those two systems. So now that we have all that impounded, all right, got through the tools tutorial, and now the next part is I need to start the knowledge check. And this is what is going to be graded for completion. You don't need to worry about getting things accurate. Like I said, I want an honest assessment for your benefit so that Alex knows what questions to ask you, right? And then he gives you all this helpful little information. Take your time and try your best. Wonderful. Get started, right? And then it tells you some more of what's going on. So I don't know, the tutorial might be a waste of your time, but basically, all right, here we go. This is my first knowledge check question. So I'm going to pause the video here or stop it actually. You get through this, answer all the questions, and then you'll be propelled into part two automatically. All right. So not a huge deal, but if you have any questions, just please let me know.